Good evening and welcome to Sports First. England cricket coach Andy Flower told Sports First that players should always honour the umpire's decision. He stated this when we inquired about England player Graham Swan accusing Sri Lankan batsman Dilruwan Perera of cheating in the three-day practice match played between the two teams.
On day 3 of England's practice match played against the Sri Lanka Board 11, Andrew Strauss appealed for a catch he took off Dilruwan Perera, which the umpires ruled as not out. The incident created a heated argument between the fielders and the batsmen. When we inquired about the matter, Dilruwan Perera expressed these views.
I was not sure of the catch and the umpires said that I was not out.
England cricket coach Andy Flower also expressed his views.
So I didn't see that incident that you're talking about. I was out the back of the stadium in the nets with some of the players, some of the extra players. We've got to respect the umpires and their decisions, and that is a basis from which we work.
Meanwhile, Andy Flower also spoke about the Sri Lankan team.
We know they're particularly strong in their own conditions, and they've got some very fine and talented cricketers. So we're looking forward to the challenge of taking them on in Sri Lanka. We've got another training day today, a 3-day game starting tomorrow, and I should imagine by the time we start the first test we will be ready.
India defeated Pakistan by 6 wickets in a crucial Asia Cup encounter in Mirpur yesterday. India chased down challenging target of 330 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in 47.5 overs, denying Sri Lanka a chance of reaching the finals. We now join former Sri Lankan captain Arjuna Ranatunga for an in-depth analysis of yesterday's game.
The match between India and Pakistan was a very crucial game for the Indians. Pakistanis were already into the finals, but Indians had to win this game to secure or maybe to get close to the finals. Pakistan won the toss and elected to bat on a very good batting track. They had a very good opening stand between Hafiz and Jamshir. The important factor was they took little time to settle down, but ultimately they end up getting big scores. The partnership was 224. It was a very crucial partnership for the Pakistanis. Then we saw Yunis Khan came at number 3, got a very quick half century and allowed Pakistanis to go up to 329. And I'm sure that the Indian bowlers didn't bowl too well. They bowled to either sides of the wicket. The length was not good enough, and even the field setting was not good enough by Dhoni. When India started, they needed a good opening stand, but they lost Gambhir very quickly in the first over. But Virat Kohli, the present Indian vice captain, came to the rescue. He has been very consistent right throughout this series, and the responsibility being the vice captain hasn't made him change his game. He was very consistent. Then there was a very important partnership between Rohit Sharma, the young batsman, the future Indian batsman, I will say. He played a very sensible innings. He got a very good 60, but overall it was a very good stand between Kohli and Sharma. And it was a very good chase by the Indians. But on the other hand, apart from Hafiz, most of the Pakistani bowlers suffered.
The North Central Province women's team registered victory in the first match of the Inter-Provincial Women's 2020 cricket tournament today. They beat the Central Province women's team by 8 wickets at the Army grounds in Panagoda.
Winning the toss and batting first, the Central Province team were bowled out for 71 runs in 20 overs. Sanjeevani Virakode scored 15 runs for Central Province, while the rest of the players were out for single figures. Darshani Mendes bagged 2 wickets for 6 runs for North Central Province. In reply, the North Central Province women's team reached the target in 12.3 overs, losing 2 wickets. Prasadini Virakode scored an unbeaten 36 runs for North Central Province, while Chamari Jayangani made 22. Chamari Paul Gampala bagged 2 wickets for 23 runs for Central Province.
Thank you, Punshani, for that sports update. Getting back to one of our local stories, the inaugural dialogue of the People's Campaign to secure the release of South Fonseca was held in Colombo this afternoon.
The dialogue commenced at the Colombo Public Library auditorium. Religious leaders, politicians, diplomats, artists and civil organization activists participated in the event. Wife of Sahat Fonseca, Anoma Fonseca, was also present at the occasion. With the approval of the family members of General Sarath Fonseca, all the members of the party handed over the responsibility of carrying out discussions regarding the release of Sarath Fonseca to parliamentarian Tiran Alas, the General Secretary of our party. We initiated this program of educating the public. This may take the form of a conference and at times protest. We are also hoping to educate the Sri Lankan expatriates and leaders of other countries on the way this country's war heroes are being treated. Some may call this treacherous, but since it is very clear to the public who the real traitors are, we have initiated this program without any fear. When threats are leveled against our country in Geneva, the only leader that could have represented the country in a strong manner and fearlessly was General Sarath Fonseca. However, he has been imprisoned today. Why? Because he leveled political challenges. I would like to ask, if there are mature and brave leaders governing this country, why are they scared of Sarath Fonseca? Why are they not taking measures to release him? If anyone is trying to interfere in the internal matters of this country, we must all work towards the protection of the country in the name of Sarath Fonseca.
And on that note, we wrap up this edition of Primetime News. If you want to read up on any of the stories that we aired tonight, you can log on to www.newspass.lk. I'm Ramesh Rugal Bandara.
And I'm Gachikun Ratna. Good night.